so far in week 2, some of the things that I've kind of learned is that the volatility of the P&L with John is pretty high. Now, it's only been kind of to the upside, so that doesn't really matter. But the volatility might be to the downside. We'll see in the next week or two. Also, I've had no response to my emails. I did, earlier on, I emailed support, got a response right away. And now my email has been sitting out there for a week. And I don't know, according to their support, how much money do I need in order to follow John's trades? Because they originally said $5,000, but that's obviously not correct. And also, what kind of returns can I expect following John? So those two questions have not been answered. I don't know why. Maybe there's some type of mix-up. And I did spend some time trying to figure out where is the edge for John. What I've found is he likes to rely on this squeeze play where he feels like the volatility is underpriced because you're going to see a big move, but it's not priced in. And then it looks like he picks a direction. I don't think he buys straddles. He doesn't go long and short. It seems like he goes one way or the other. I don't know for sure. But I did realize that it looks like John's main edge is the squeeze. And I know that there's an older squeeze, one that you kind of can get with TD Ameritrade. And then he has like a newer version. And to learn that, I wanted to learn about it. And I was searching around the website, and it looks like I got to pay $697 for that new squeeze indicator. So I don't have that. And if the squeeze play works, I would expect it to be profitable, in which so far it looks like maybe that this Tesla trade was a squeeze play. I don't know for sure. One thing I can say though, following John, is that this is really not for the beginning options trader. I mean, he's doing ratio, spreads, diagonals. These are intermediate type trades. The way he breaks down his alerts is a little bit complicated. It's not really as simple as some of the other alert services that I've had, but I just assume that once you trade with John for a while, you just get used to the way that he sends out his alerts, but it's not real simple. It's just not as simple as most. So I'm going to go ahead here and we're going to start. I'm going to show you what happened during these 4 trading days because there was a holiday, and you'll see the results here coming up. Today is Monday, November 23rd, 2020, day 6 with John Carter and Simpler Trading. There were no actual trades for today. I know it says that there's one executed here, but I'm going to get into details on that. And I did try to execute some Tesla trades, but again, my buying power wasn't high enough with this $5,000 account. So I'll get into details about that too. So let me start getting into those details. On Netflix, on Friday, John had sent out an alert that was a 2-part order for Netflix. And I placed part 1, and then part 2 was unable to be placed due to not having enough buying power in the account. So what I did is I ended up back testing and putting in all of the positions. And I found that if I was able to plan both trades and put both trades on, I would have lost $199. Now today, with only the 1/2 of the position, I inadvertently profited $1,642 because I ended up being short in Netflix, and it was down 1% today. Now that would have never happened if I would have put on the full trade. So I adjusted actually the account P&L down $1,841 because this P&L right here is not real. I'm actually down $200. So I took that and I took it off of the P&L. So the P&L is accurate. So remember, I was only following the directions from the support saying that I could follow John's alerts with a minimum of $5,000, but that doesn't seem to be correct. So I did email support and I asked them, hey, maybe I can exchange my subscription, the one that I have right now, which is the gold one, for the small account subscription, because somebody commented in one of my videos that I might be able to do that. And that would also get me access to possibly that spreadsheet that shows John's P&L. And I also asked, well, if you can't change my subscription over to the small account, maybe you would make other recommendations and maybe change your recommendation on what the account minimum should be, the account size minimum, in order to follow John's trades. So basically my P&L at the end of the day on day 6 is $5,115. Today is Tuesday, November 24th, 2020. This is day 7 with John Carter and his alert service. And I have not heard back from support from yesterday when I sent out an email asking to change my subscription from the gold plan to the small account plan. I also asked if the $5,000 account was an appropriate size for following John's alerts. And since I have not heard back, what I've decided to do is bring the account up to $25,000 as a beginning P&L and apply the missed Tesla trade, which is a trade from yesterday. So remember, I did not have enough buying power to place that trade. So what I did is I went ahead and built it out on Option Explorer so I can track it. Now, I didn't get anything from John today. I don't know if he didn't come in or he didn't make any, do any alerts at all. You can see that Tesla's up really good. NDX is down. And then also I had to apply, like I said, yesterday's Tesla trades. And I back tested them. And here are the results. So they're doing really well. There's 2 trades here. And if you combine them, they're up $3,000. So they're up a lot. But I haven't heard from John. You know, he didn't say to take profits or anything on this. So I'm going to add that to the P&L. Once he says what to do, once he closes out these 2 trades, I'm going to add it to the P&L, whatever it is. It could be positive, could be negative. It's probably going to be positive considering it's up so high. So I'm not going to change the P&L yet, but you can see I'm up pretty good on a $5,000 account. But I'm going to, again, next time you see this, it's going to be as if I started with $25,000 because $5,000 is definitely not enough. I wasn't able to make trades. I didn't have enough buying power. So I'm going to go ahead and start with $25,000 on this because I have not heard back from support. Not knowing exactly what to do based on the recommendations from Simpler, I'm just going to take matters into my own hand, and I'm going to go ahead and make this account a $25,000 account and continue to follow John. So you could say that I'm up, what, $3,500 plus $1,500? I mean, up $4,000, and technically on probably more like a $25,000 account, but that's up really good. So far, John's done well with his alerts. So there you have it for day 7. Today is Wednesday, November 25th, 2020, and this is day 8 with John Carter's alert service. And I upped the ante, started this account with now $25,000. And I did receive 2 alerts from John today. Unfortunately, I was in a meeting, so I have to put those into my Option Explorer software. So you can see one position up 2650. That's on Tesla. Another Tesla position up 1567. And then today, another Tesla position opened. And this particular position is interesting because it's just like very little risk and a very high reward. I mean, like a 10-to-1 reward ratio, which is pretty good. I mean, normally when you do debit spreads and things like that, you don't get that high reward ratio. But with John, he's doing some stuff that where you might risk $50, but you also make 900. So, you know, I kind of like that. And then he had another trade that he put on today. He put on a trade with Netflix, another medium risk, medium reward, 1-to-1 ratio risk reward, but he's up about $80 on that just in one day. So overall, if you were to add up the numbers, which I will do, he's up 4,206 on Tesla outside of this trading account. He's up $79 on Netflix outside of the account. So if you add that to the 26,832, you end up with $31,117. If you started with 25,000, that's $6,117 in profit. He's up 24.4% just on day 8, which is pretty impressive. There is a lot of volatility in the P&L, but you know, being up 24% in in a week and a half, that's pretty good. And then also I calculated the buying power, in other words, how much margin is being used. And no margin is being used on these two positions, but if I added up all the other positions, I'm using about $13,478 on a $25,000 account. I don't know. I mean, I asked and I emailed support to figure out what the minimum account size could be with following John. And they said $5,000, which I know is not correct. So I'm not sure what John would recommend himself. I just went with 25,000, and so far the $25,000 account hasn't been exposed with anything close to being margin called or anything. So far $25,000 seems to be an appropriate number. Okay, so there you have it for day 8. Today is Friday, November 27th, 2020, day 10 with John Carter's alert service. Day 9 was a holiday. It was Thanksgiving. So let's get into day 10. You can see that I have 2 positions on here. There was a Netflix position that was open off the books. And today it expired, and John actually said to go ahead and close it out before it expired. And it was down $327. And I did take that into account. I subtracted $327 from the account P&L. Now the next thing we have is we have more positions off the books. And the reason why they're off the books is because I didn't have enough buying power in the account. And so I went ahead and put those into my backtesting software so I could track them, and then I'll add them to the P&L. And that's what I'm doing right now. So we had Tesla. There were 4 positions. The first position on Tesla is still here, so it is accounted for. Position number 2 was sold out, and it made a profit of $2,671. And position number 3 was also closed today because it expired, and it lost $56. So I took those 2, and that comes up to $2,615 for the Tesla closed positions that needed to be added to the P&L. So I added that money to the P&L. And then we still have 1 open Tesla position. You can see that here. You can see that this position is still open, and it is up $1,884. So I'll take that into account when we get to the bottom line P&L. So when you get to the bottom line P&L here, we've got 29,260 plus the 1884, that's $31,144. So after 2 weeks, the account is up $6,144, or up 24.5%. One of the things that I've noticed with John is that he likes to place low probability trades, but they have a lot of asymmetric upside. So the risk reward, there's a lot of reward for some of the limited risk that he takes. Some of the risk is not low, but obviously it's worked out very well for him using Tesla. In fact, when it comes to Tesla, he actually made a video, I think it was yesterday, where he claimed that this was one of his best trades, or his second best trade of the year. And he made over $2.5 million. And based on the trades that I took, I mean, it doesn't happen all the time. We have these low probability, high risk reward trades, and it looks like he hit one out of the park here, because it does look like he did make that money. So based on the video that John put together, I attempted to build the positions that he had, and I know I'm relatively close, but I know that I don't have it exact. But I just wanted to get an idea of what kind of risk he took, and you could see he'd be up about 3.4 million. Yeah, maybe he is, because Tesla went up again today. But look at the risk. I'm not saying this is going to happen because, Tesla would have to fall below $500. But I mean, look at the risk that he's putting on right here. I mean, this is a $3.2 million risk scenario. Possibility, market crashed, Tesla came down, he's got $3 million out there. And this has got a lot of delta, This is not some delta neutral strategy. I mean, this strategy comes with a lot of risk, but obviously with a lot of reward. You can see that John made some good money. You just don't know how much risk he is actually putting on when he's putting on all these other trades. I mean, there's a lot of trades where he may or may not be losing money. I don't know for sure. I know there's some that he's lost money on so far that I've been with him, but those are probably losing a lot of money when he loses, considering the size that he had on for this Tesla position. So there you have it for day 10 and week number 2 with John Carter. And remember, if you want to learn how I trade options, I have a free course that's available. It's a proprietary course, and you can go ahead and get that course for free by using the link in the description below.